Welcome back, shop rats. Look what we did. Isn't that cool? Today we put the 4-speed shifter up through the 4-speed hump and into the console, and well, we just do some stuff. So if you want to see how we do it, don't go away. Let's watch the show intro. We'll see you in just about 6 seconds. I'm Mike, and this is
My Cars Shop.
So the first thing we're doing is putting the cross member back up in the car so we know the appropriate location of the shifter, because I want to cut out the hole for the shifter to come up through so we can get our shifter boot mounted and make sure that everything is copacetic, not so pathetic. Okay, so the cross member is in underneath now, and I've got it, the hump just sitting in place so that I can go underneath and kind of figure out exactly where I want to cut that. And I just clamp that there, so it's, ballparkish. It doesn't have to be perfect. And the boot that I have may not work, I don't know, but we're going to see what we can do. I just got a piece of wood in here just to kind of hold the tail shaft in the approximated position to be sure that things are good. I do need to check and make sure that my angle is close to right. It looks like it is. So we're just going to take and just nibble our way through it until we're sure that we're right. And so I don't want to, I had it all traced out, but I don't trust that. Plus the boot I have is smaller, so I want to see if that boot will work. If not, we'll have to order one, but one step at a time here. So we are literally going to be going back and forth, just nibbling our way into it, getting things where we want them. We're still about 1 inch high, which is fine. Okay, so we need to trim over this way more, and we need to trim over this way more. So I can kind of do that from the top now, get a feel for it. And we'll then do it a little more. It's hitting the cross member because that's wider, so I need to trim this up in here a little bit. It's hitting right in here. It's hitting on the cross member. Alright, that's looking a little bit better now. Did a little tweaking, change this hole here, put a pin in here. It's still got to kind of pull over a little bit here, but remember, my plan is I'm going to bolt this in. I may change my mind. The other thing I've realized is this is too wide here, and so this needs to be trimmed off, but I'm not worrying about that right now. it's fine. I've got a bunch of floor work to do over there, and I'll do that when I get there. But what I want to do, now that I've got this kind of in position, is get my console into position here, make sure everything is kind of sopathetic or copacetic. And I'm just going to run one screw in my console mount, and I get it in the right spot. There it is. There we go. Now remember, this is an automatic console, and the bottom is different a little bit, but I'm just going to modify this one to work. We're not building a numbers matching car. The difference is right up in here. This is cut for an automatic here, and the stick needs to be cut up here a little bit, so I'll probably do a little fill piece or something down in here, but this is close enough for now. It kind of goes, I don't have the front bracket made yet, I need to do that. The other thing is I had this boot and I thought it might work, but the shifter sticks way up into the console further than I thought, so we're not going to be able to use that. But let's stick our pistol grip in there, and yes, I know this is a non-console shifter handle, but I'm using it anyway, partly because I'm tall, my seat's going to be back so far. This is actually going to sweep back and should be in a nice comfortable position for me. It is a bolt-on style. My shifter is a slip-in style. I'm going to modify this shifter because I don't want to spend the money. So and I've talked about that before, I'm going to convert this spring clip style shifter into a bolt shifter. That's a project for another day. Okay, so, well, apparently that's not going to stay. So we'll deal with that later. I got to get me a little latchy for that, and I need an ashtray for back there. But you kind of get the idea of, well, you know, you're just kind of hitting what I'm pitching here. So the top that I have for this is also an automatic. So I'm going to buy a piece of aluminum and make my own top, use that automatic one as a pattern, and then squirrel that away for another project. So we're getting close. So let me clean some things up here, and let me learn how to speak English. Let me clean some things up here, and I'll be right back. There we go, all cleaned up, looking good. Got a little dirt on it up here. So I need to get myself a piece of aluminum and make that top. The top that I have from other episodes, if you saw, is an automatic one. Didn't know there was a difference when Eric sent it to me. He didn't know either. And that's what she looks like. You know what? I'm gonna put that in there. I don't think it's right, but let's just double check it. Nope, it's not. So it won't shift. It needs, this hole needs to be up here. So okay, I was right. So I put a little teeny screw to kind of hold that, and my little screw kind of fell out. Let's maybe find a different way to latch that, but for now. So that's what she looks like. I want to put a seat in here and go, wave, wave, wave. There's work to do in here because, like I said, this is a automatic bottom also. So I need to take a look at some pictures and see. I'm just going to modify this so it works. I hope that's my plan. But maybe not. Maybe it's so different that I can't. Some of you guys are smarter than me. Let me know what you know. We'll see. But overall, you know what? It's progress. I like it a lot. feels pretty good to have that done. There was a little massaging and tweaking to do. I'm still playing with the idea of making that 4-speed hump a bolt-in, but I may go ahead and change my mind and weld it in solid. Would it be any stronger welded in? Yeah, probably a little bit. Am I that concerned about it with those subframe connectors in there? No, not really. But some of it's going to be the way I'm designing this for that to be a weld-in or a bolt-in. Well, quite frankly, it would add a lot more work, and for me to just weld this thing in would be pretty darn quick. So in the interest of this is taking a long time to get done, I may just go ahead and weld it in. But my proof of concept is there, at least as far as my design. Somebody had also asked why I made the hump straight and the floor pans had the lip for the bolt. So let me show you why I did that. My rationale was because there's so many humps and curves and so forth in here, I felt it would be easier to make the hump straight and then add this edging along here to follow those contours, and then all I have to do is go underneath the car, you know, when this is all done, and just whoosh, all of that off to match the floor pan contour. I just felt like design-wise and fabrication-wise, that was going to be a bit easier to do than trying to make this come down and match, you know, come down and then bend over or make a lip on there or whatever. It was 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but that's the reason I did it. So, well, that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate you being here. We're over on the facething.com/mycarshop. We're over on Instagram.com/mycarshop. She gives us cookies and stuff. We're here on the U thing. If you want to see the channel keep growing, and it does continue to do so, please share the videos with other people on the various social media platforms. On Twitter, if you're there, Instagram, if you're there, Facebook, of course. On your YouTube channel, share it in the community tab, whatever. The more you share things, the more people see it, the more we're finding people are enjoying the process of not just the Stitches Challenger, but all of the 10 projects that we got going on here around the shop. All right, that'll do it for this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. Rock!